everyone, I'm Percy number 6, and today I present to you a new series on my channel called Who's Better? And in this series, I compare two different items and give you my opinion on which one I think is better. I thought the best way to begin this series would be comparing the wooden and Ertl version of my favorite engine, Percy. For the purpose of this video, I'll be using the 1992 through 2001 wooden Percy as the main comparison to the Ertl, as that was out throughout most of Ertl's run. So let's begin by looking at the Ertl Percy. The Ertl Percy was among the first engines introduced to the Ertl line in 1985, 7 years before the wooden railway Percy. The Ertl Percy featured a sticker face from 1985 to 1989. In 1990, the Ertl line updated the engine's faces with 3D plastic faces. This would be the model of Percy used throughout the line until Ertl came to an end in 2004. Percy was released in several multi-packs throughout the years. A special edition metallic Percy was released in 1998. The Ertl Percy was also in the miniature line that began in 1991. That line would not last long, thus quickly retiring Percy. The wooden railway Percy, like the Ertl Percy, was one of the first engines introduced when the wooden railway line began in 1992. Although the Percys from 1992 through 2001 look very similar, the model has changed during the time. The original 1992 Percy featured staples, flat magnets, and a flat funnel. In 1994, changes would come with no more staples on the bottom and the addition of round magnets. 1996 would give Percy smaller round magnets, and 1997 gave Percy thicker wheels. The last change to this Percy would come in 1999 with the flat funnel changing to a plastic funnel. 2002, along with 2011 and 2013 Percy, would see Percy make a huge change compared to the 1992 through 2001 version. However, for the purpose of this review, we will not be going over those versions. Percy didn't see many special edition versions in the first 10 years of the wooden railway, with the battery-powered Percy being introduced in 2000 being the only different version. Now let's compare the Ertl and wooden railway Percy. For the purpose of this comparison, we will be using the Percy seen on the TV show during this time. Size-wise, both the wooden and Ertl Percy are the same length. However, the wooden Percy is taller than the Ertl Percy. When looking at the boilers, the Ertl Percy is very detailed. It looks almost identical to the TV version, with the only real thing missing being the painted red stripes. The wooden Percy has little details, with only a dome on the engine. When you look at the size, neither boiler looks similar in size to the TV show, with the Ertl one being much bigger and the wooden being smaller. However, the wooden one isn't that much smaller. So the Ertl Percy's boiler wins in detail, while the wooden Percy's boiler wins in size. When looking at the face, neither do a good job of capturing the face we see on TV. The Ertl Percy is much worse than the wooden Percy's face. Plus, the Ertl Percy's face sticks out, unlike the wooden or TV show face. The wooden Percy easily wins the face comparison. As for the rest of Percy, the Ertl one seems to win out. The Ertl Percy has windows on the front and back, realistic coal, and buffers on the front and back, all things the wooden Percy misses. And finally, the engines as a whole. When looking from a distance, the Ertl Percy easily wins. It's when you look closely that you can see the issues I have addressed. As great as Ertl is, I think the Ertl Percy is one of the weaker Ertl models out there. Despite the nitpicks, I have to go with the Ertl model of Percy being the superior version of Percy. This isn't to say the wooden railway Percy is bad. In fact, I think it's great. The simplicity of Percy is good, and at the same time, this Percy looks enough like the TV Percy that I have no problem ever using it. And since wooden railway is still around, the Thomas Wooden Railway line has improved in the 14 years since this Percy was last made. And I think that Percy does a fantastic job of portraying the Percy we've come to know in the CGI series. And there we have it for the first ever Who's Better video, with the Ertl Percy coming out as the winner. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the wooden and Ertl Percy and which one you think is the better one. And of course, thank you for watching another Percy number 6 video.